Hi there, friends. I'm meteorologist Jeff Haniewich. It is 10 o'clock here on this Tuesday evening. Hope everybody had a great day. It was a pretty gloomy day for us. It didn't rain all day long, but the clouds were pretty stubborn all day long. And now, as we turn the page into the evening, we do have some fog around. That is one of the talking points going on right now, I'm sure, is the reduced visibilities if you're traveling out and about. And again, obviously with the fog around, I urge you to just please take your time getting to wherever you need to be. And the thing is, it's foggy everywhere. It's not like it's just foggy in one or two zones and, you know, half the viewing area. No, it's foggy everywhere. And embedded in this fog are some sprinkles, drizzle, and perhaps even some light rain showers. Now, you'll notice that the winds are not very strong. They're about 4 to 9 miles per hour. So that is among the reasons why the fog is around. And the fog will likely be around for us a little longer, as we're not really anticipating the wind strengthening all that much tonight. Let's talk about the winter weather alerts that we have. These went into effect at 7 p.m. They're scheduled to expire 10 a.m. on Wednesday, and they are for these areas shaded in purple. Okay, this includes Pocahontas and Greenbrier counties in West Virginia. Also here in the Commonwealth, it includes our border counties with West Virginia. That's Highland, Bath, Allegheny, Craig, Giles, and Bland counties. And it also is for the higher terrain of Nelson County, including wintergreen. So again, winter weather advisory in effect for these purple shaded areas through about 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Let's look here at the regional view, and you'll notice that the bulk of the true precipitation, the bulk of the precipitation that's going to come through here tonight with round 2, that is still situated to the west of us, okay? We've got some snow showers as far north as Columbus, Ohio. We've got icing as far south as Memphis and also into portions of Oklahoma and Texas. And then as you head towards New Orleans, Baton Rouge, that is where they are seeing just plain old rain showers. So this is a very large storm system, and we've got winter weather alerts extending from New Mexico and Texas all the way here into our neck of the woods. So wintry weather impacting a whole lot of folks as we speak. Now for us, again, as we've been saying for days, this does look to be mainly rain for us, okay? In order to find any sort of wintry precipitation, you have to go into the higher elevations, i.e. where you saw those winter weather advisories. As you go, say, west of I-81, that's where we're going to see the best chance for some snow, sleet, and freezing rain tonight. And even there, we're going to start to see a changeover eventually to plain old rain. So let's talk future tracker, and you'll notice that as we head throughout the course of the evening, I'd say by 11 o'clock, we're going to start to see a few more showers pushing in, and then by midnight, 1, 2 a.m., that's when the bulk of the precipitation gets in. And again, you'll notice that the vast majority of us just see rain. Where you see green and yellow, that is an indicator of rain, light to moderate to perhaps even at times heavy rain. To find any snow showers or sleet or freezing rain, look for the pink and look for the white and kind of purplish color. That's where you see the mix and the snow, okay? So if you were to look at parts of Highland, Bath, Allegheny, Craig, Giles, and Bland counties, National Weather Service, I think, nailed it with where they think the winter weather alerts should be. That's where we're going to see the best chance for a wintry mix here as we head really from midnight and beyond. Everybody else, including Roanoke, Lynchburg, Danville, Martinsville, Rocky Mount, it's just plain old rain. And a lot of this precipitation is going to be out of here a little bit after daybreak tomorrow. So I would say for the most part, we are dry here after about 9, 10 a.m. Okay. And tomorrow we could even squeeze out maybe a couple of breaks of sunshine as we head into the afternoon. Now, don't get your hopes up too much on that. It's questionable, but I'm cautiously optimistic that maybe as we head into the afternoon, the clouds will break up just a little bit. However, we're not done yet. Another chance for precipitation will move in for us here as we head into Thursday. Once again, looks like the bulk of the precipitation for us on Thursday will stay south of us into the Carolinas, okay? So if you're heading towards Charlotte or Greensboro or Columbia or even Knoxville, Tennessee, that's where you're going to see I think a better chance for rain on Thursday. We're going to be on the northern edge, and yes, I do think that we'll see at least some light precipitation on Thursday. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't at all be surprised if this computer model is under doing the chance for precipitation for us. But I'm thinking as we head into Thursday, the best chance for rain, and it'll be mainly rain, will be in areas along and to the south of 460. So I think the NRV and south side locations have the best chance to get wet here on Thursday. As a matter of fact, I'm going to, I think, lower that chance for rain on Thursday, as the computer models earlier today had the northern periphery, the northern edge of the precipitation, again, mainly rain, way up towards the highlands. Now the computer models are pushing those rain chances and precipitation chances further and further down to the south. So we had about a 60% chance for or maybe it was a 40% chance. It was either a 40 or 60% chance for precipitation on Thursday. I think I may actually lower that just a little bit here, just in time for the 11 o'clock newscast, because I think, while I don't think we're going to be this dry, I think the bulk of the rain is going to stay just to the south of us. Let's talk about road impacts. Again, the vast majority of us tonight have nothing to worry about. Yes, the roads are going to be wet. Roads are going to be wet in all of our backyards tonight, but they're going to be wet because of rain, okay? To find any sort of slick roads tonight into early tomorrow, you're going to have to go towards the higher elevations west of I-81. So, once again, if you're watching us in portions of Highland, Bath, Allegheny, Craig, Giles, Bland, and maybe even towards the higher elevations of Nelson counties, that's where we could see some slick roads here later tonight into early tomorrow. But as I showed you on Futurecast, by 8, 9 a.m. tomorrow, we should be dry, and we're going to be on the colder side. So we're going to see another chance for some rain, as I told you, as we head into Thursday. May mix with a little bit of freezing rain and sleet into a couple of areas on Thursday night before it ends on Friday. You need to know that this weekend is certainly not looking very warm, okay? Behind that storm system on Thursday, we're going to get a reinforcing shot of cold air. That front is going to pull in some colder air for us. So while I think Friday will turn dry, I think, again, the best chance for any precipitation with round 3 will come Thursday into Thursday night. I think by Friday we're dry with increasing sunshine. You need to know that on Friday we're going to be colder and we're going to be windy on Friday. More on that wind coming up here in just a second. You need to know Saturday is still cold, but the winds aren't going to be quite as strong. Still breezy as we head into Saturday, but I think Saturday is going to be a day where we're still going to be cold, perhaps even colder than Friday, but at least the winds are going to start to calm down just a little bit. Friday is so blustery, let me tell you. Let's go now, and I'm trying to get my clicker to work. There we go. I want to talk to you about these peak wind gusts, okay? And on Friday, we're going to have gusts 20 to 40 miles per hour. All right, so it is going to be windy. It's going to be chilly on Friday. It's going to feel every bit like early February on Friday, no doubt about it. Now on Saturday, it's still going to be breezy, but you'll notice that the winds aren't as strong Saturday as they will be on Friday. 15 to 25 mile per hour gusts for the most part on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I think sustained winds will be about 4 to 8 miles per hour. Every now and again, you could have a couple of gusts in the teens. So again, Friday's the windiest day for us here as we head for the rest of the work week, and the winds will still stay elevated at times as we head into the first part of the weekend. All right. Anybody who has watched any sort of Facebook Lives from yours truly over the years knows that I don't care about ice. Ice is for the birds. Nobody likes freezing rain. Sleet's kind of boring too, and nobody likes to drive on that stuff. But I do like snow. And the snowfall totals so far this winter have been abysmal, okay? In Wytheville, you've had a ½ an inch of snow. In Lynchburg, you've had a 1/10 of an inch. You've had a trace in Roanoke, and you haven't seen any in Danville. Now, through this date, through January the 31st, we usually have seen anywhere from about 5 to 11 inches of snow. It's a little depressing for our snow lovers. Now, for those who hate snow, you're loving this, right? Now, for those who are snow lovers, I urge you not to lose hope just yet. And I'll explain why here in 1 second. But look at this stat, okay? The last snow drought that we've had that lasted from November through all of January, last time we had that was in 2007. So it's been a while. It's been about 16 years since we've had a snow drought as long as the one that we are under right now. But I want to show you this graphic. So you need to know that about 1/3 of our snow and when you look at history, when you look at historical data, about a third of our snow comes in February, okay? We are here. We are going from January into February. And you'll notice that the snowiest month for us is usually February. But you got to look at the stats. You have to go way, way back 100 years or so. And that's where you start to really pick up on these stats. So historically speaking, February is indeed our snowiest month. And even March, you can get a little bit of snow. Although when you turn the page into March, especially recently, usually you can't bank on snow heading into March because it gets too warm. But we have February, okay? So let's not lose hope yet. Am I as optimistic as I was 3 weeks ago? No, I'm not. But I'm still holding out hope that we'll see at least a little bit of snow as we head into February. Let's cross our fingers and hope that's the case, snow lovers. All right, temperatures stand for us right now here at 10:10, 39 in Hot Springs, also in Covington, 38 Lynchburg, 41 Roanoke, 45 in Martinsville, your 43 Wytheville, and also into Blacksburg. So for tonight, we're going to see rain showers developing. Many of us will be wet by 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And again, that wintry mix will impact our west slopes, okay? You have to be high up in elevation. You have to be along our border counties with West Virginia to really see anything. Most of us, it's just a cold rain tonight with overnight lows in the 30s. Now tomorrow, we're going to be colder and we're mainly dry. Again, any leftover precipitation ends for us by about 9 a.m. tomorrow, and then the rest of the day is dry. Maybe breaking out a little bit of sunshine tomorrow afternoon. High temperatures tomorrow everywhere in the 40s. All right, here's that extended forecast. Temperatures on Wednesday, 46, 47 on Thursday, then we're up to 40 on Friday. Again, cold, cold, cold and windy as we end the work week on Friday. Saturday is the coldest day, 36, and then temperatures start to go back up again. Upper 40s Sunday, then we're well into the 50s again as we head into Monday and Tuesday. So again, I did put a 60% chance for rain on Thursday earlier today because the computer models really had the northern edge here in our neck of the woods. I think I'm going to change that to about a 30 to 40% chance just in time for the 11, okay? Computer models just want to keep, not all, but most of that moisture to our south. Friday, Saturday is dry, maybe a slight chance for a shower on Sunday, and then again on Tuesday. But again, next week, we are going to warm things back up again. It is 10:12 here on this Tuesday evening. Joining me is my good friend Allie. Allie, are there any questions I can answer tonight? The question is, do I think we're going to see several feet of snow anytime soon? And the answer to that question is, I don't think so. Several feet is a big ask. A couple inches, yeah, I could see that happening in February. I'm being maybe optimistic, but yeah, I have not lost hope on a couple of inches of snow as we head into February. I think that's a possibility. But again, if you look at the historical numbers, when we get into March, it just becomes a little too warm for us. But we have about the next maybe 4 weeks or so. Let's hope something happens, right? At least I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm speaking for the snow lovers out there. Anything else, Allie? Okay, real quick before we go, I just want to show you this graphic. If you're just joining us here on either YouTube or on Facebook or on any of the other areas that you could be watching this right now, I do want to just once again point out that tonight, when we deal with that batch of precipitation heading our way from the west, most of us just see rain. Wherever you see green on this graphic, that's just for the most part rain, okay? Where you see pink, that's where we could have some mixing. That's where we could have some snow, sleet, freezing rain mixing in. So that again is where we could have maybe a little bit in the way of some slick roads tomorrow morning, and that would be towards northern Nelson, extreme northern parts of Rockbridge County, say north of Lexington, into parts of Highland, Bath, Allegheny, also into parts of Craig, Giles, and Bland counties. So again, as we go into tonight, we're going to have another batch of precipitation moving in. Most of us, so it is just going to be rain. Current time is 10:14 here on this Tuesday evening. We'll see you back here in about 45 minutes from now with our 11 o'clock newscast, of course, on WSLS 10. Thank you so much for watching this appcast, and we'll see you again real soon. And again, I think the plan will be, as far as the next one is concerned, depending on how that system looks on Thursday, we might do one tomorrow just so I can brief you all and answer any questions that you may have on the Thursday and Thursday night storm system. But I can tell you every week we're going to be doing these on Mondays at 10 and also on Fridays at 10 because, of course, the kind of logic behind that is on Monday, we can kind of tell you about the week ahead. And then on Friday, we can tell you about the weekend ahead, too. So we'll be doing a lot more of these as the time goes on. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.